Welcome to today's quiz on general knowledge about the United States. United States. From famous landmarks to important historical facts, we're about to test how much you really know about the USA. Do you know which city is called the Big Apple? Or who was the very first president of the country? What about the capital city, the national anthem, or how many states make up the nation? Whether you're a student, a traveler, or just curious about American culture, this is your chance to learn and have fun. So grab a pen or just play along in your head, and let's see if you can get all the questions right. Ready? Let's begin. White medium star United States. First questions. What is the capital of the United States? The correct answer is Washington, D.C. Did you know that Washington, D.C. is not part of any state and was created as a federal district? The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France in 1886. Alaska is the largest U.S. state by area. The U.S. has no official national language, though English is most spoken. Mount Rushmore features 4 presidents' faces. The U.S. consumes over 50 billion hamburgers per year. Seconds questions. What is the national flag of the U.S. called? The correct answer is Stars and Stripes. Did you know that the national flag of the United States is called the Stars and Stripes? The flag has 13 stripes for the original colonies and 50 stars for the current states. One of the flag's nicknames is Old Glory, made famous by a 19th century sea captain. The U.S. flag has been changed 27 times, adding a star for each new state. 3 questions. What is the currency used in the U.S.? The correct answer is dollar. Did you know that the U.S. dollar symbol comes from the abbreviation for the Spanish peso, PS? The first U.S. dollar bills were issued in 1862 during the Civil War. U.S. paper money is made of cotton and linen, not regular paper. No living person has ever appeared on U.S. bills, only historical figures. George Washington appears on both the $1 bill and the quarter. The $100 bill is the most widely circulated high-value note. How many states are in the U.S.? The correct answer is 50. Did you know that the United States is made up of 50 states? The last 2 to join were Alaska and Hawaii in 1959. Texas was once an independent country called the Republic of Texas from 1836 to 1845. California has the largest population of any U.S. state, with over 39 million people. Rhode Island is the smallest U.S. state by area, covering only about 1,200 square miles. Alaska is the northernmost, westernmost, and easternmost U.S. state due to its islands crossing the international date line. 5 questions. Who was the first president of the United States? The correct answer is George Washington. Did you know that George Washington was the first president of the United States, serving from 1789 to 1797? He is often called the father of his country for his leadership during the nation's founding. Washington refused to become a king and set the tradition of serving only 2 terms. He never lived in the White House. It was completed after his presidency. John Adams was the first president to live in the White House. 6 questions. What holiday is celebrated on July 4th in the U.S.? Did you know that the 4th of July marks the adoption of the Declaration of Independence in 1776, declaring U.S. independence from Great Britain? It became a federal holiday in 1870 and a paid holiday in 1938. Americans celebrate with fireworks, parades, barbecues, and patriotic clothing. 7 questions. What is the large state by area in the U.S.? The correct answer is Alaska. Did you know that Alaska is the largest U.S. state, more than twice the size of Texas? It has more coastline than all other U.S. states combined. The U.S. purchased Alaska from Russia in 1867 for $7.2 million, a deal once mocked as Seward's Folly. Alaska has over 3 million lakes and more than 100 volcanoes. The town of Utqiagvik, formerly Barrow, experiences about 65 days of darkness each winter. 8 questions. What is the name of U.S. national anthem? The correct answer is the Star-Spangled Banner. Did you know that the Star-Spangled Banner was written by Francis Scott Key in 1814 during the War of 1812? He wrote it after seeing the U.S. flag still flying over Fort McHenry following a British attack. The lyrics come from a poem titled Defense of Fort McHenry. It officially became the U.S. national anthem in 1931. The anthem is considered hard to sing due to its wide vocal range. The original flag that inspired the anthem had 15 stars and 15 stripes, and is now kept at the Smithsonian Museum. The anthem is traditionally performed at the beginning of major sports events and public ceremonies. Nine questions. Which U.S. city is known as the Big Apple? The correct answer is New York City. Did you know that New York City was the first capital of the United States from 1789 to 1790, and the site where George Washington took the oath of office? The city is made up of 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island. The Statue of Liberty, a gift from France in 1886, stands on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. Times Square is known as the crossroads of the world and is one of the busiest pedestrian areas globally. Central Park, opened in 1858, was the first landscaped public park in the U.S. and remains a major tourist attraction. What is the highest court in the United States? The correct answer is Supreme Court. Did you know that the Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States and was established in 1789? It has 9 justices, 1 Chief Justice and 8 Associate Justices. Justices are appointed for life and can serve until they retire, resign, die, or are impeached. Thurgood Marshall was the first African-American justice, appointed in 1967. Sandra Day O'Connor was the first woman justice, appointed in 1981. The Supreme Court did not have its own building until 1935. It previously met in places like the U.S. Capitol. That's the end of today's General Knowledge Challenge. Great job making it all the way through. Flexed biceps. Whether you got every answer right or just learned something new, what matters is that you're curious and growing. Globe showing Europe-Africa brain. Now we want to hear from you. How many questions did you get right? Which one surprised you the most? Leave your score or thoughts in the comments below. Speech balloon. And if you enjoyed this quiz, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel and tap that notification.